Yeah, Avim, tell him the procedure.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
he's
that
in
You're
channel.
muted.
Not
yeah,
you.
like
But
do one thing, like the setting which is there now, like like blue down, like blue team is starting as defender first. Do that, like keep it on. After that, just add 5 wins, like 5 wins continuously to our defense and 1 loss. Okay, and after that, like after 6 rounds of match, like the side changes, right? So add one like win to the orange team. Simple.
yes, you're doing something wrong. Just do step by step. Avim, tell him.
Listen, like just add 5 rounds to our win. Like blue team 5 win. Doesn't
5 win.
matter which side. Which side? Just add continuously. Keep adding
Because
because we were in
yeah,
defense, right?
fun defense.
Just keep adding that. And after that, one defense round we lost. Just add it in the last. That makes it 5-1. Done. Yeah.
And
After
give
that,
orange
after
team
that,
one.
after that, do the hookah side. Orange team win. Khatam. 5-2. Easy. Yeah, yeah.
The score is 5-2.
Just count the rounds. Just count how many things you added. Just see if it is 7 or not. Like the rounds which you added, just see if it is 7 or not. Just count it. You know, counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
are you going so fast tonight? Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now, don't hold it in too long, 'cause you might end up missing out on life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. You've got one life to live, don't let it go. Can you let go of it all tonight? Or will you decide to push on through and ignore the words inside? Take a breath now, don't hold it in too long, 'cause you'll find you're missing out a last short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go.
Alright guys, I'm really sorry for what's going on, because there's just too many technical difficulties that we're facing at once. It's really a problem. We had so many things set up. The rehost, while the players got disconnected, we also had a slight power fluctuation over here that became a problem. So yes, we are in fact right now we don't have audio feed, I guess, from the stream. 1 second, can you just hold on, I'll make it happen.
Swapping mags!
Just OBS sucks because right now, as I can see, you guys can I did stop it. Okay, wait, what? Hold on guys, this is, give me a second. Okay, there you go, I had to fucking end task it. I don't know why there's just too much. I guess you guys, can you guys just hang in there with us for this one map while we just go without audio on this. I'll have to see what issues we are facing, because there was a slight power surge over here, and I think that fried my connection to my first monitor, which is why we are not able to relay audio and stuff. We were using both of them because you're using multiple servers right now to stream. I'm going to try and keep you guys busy while we make this happen, and please hang in here with me, chat. A little support from you guys. I will make sure that the next map we are good to roll A1 again, because the players were also a little too frustrated that we need to start the match fast, so we did not waste much time on making sure that the stream is set up all right for this last few rounds, hopefully for Mercenaries and maybe not for Black Knight. So yes, as I speak about it, wait, you guys are able to hear in-game sound? For some reason I'm not, man. Okay, can you give me a second? Let me make sure everything is working fine. Just a second, guys.
Drone spinning up.
Alright, we are looking good now. I thank you for noting that out. I thought you guys are not getting the in-game feed because That is what is showing me right now. OBS is showing me that there's no audio feed coming to it. So it's, I don't really know, man, what is going on with the software right now, because I had to switch out so many multiple wires, borrow emergency monitor also. So nevertheless, we will proceed on to what we are having, the match at hand, and that's a 4 versus 1 left, with the IQ not being able to do anything and will get taken out. Black Knights actually win that round. It's a 5-3. So coming back to the fact that how we were wanting to watch Black Knights come out on top in the defensive rounds, and I think they are doing that. It's a 5-3. Mercenaries still lies 1 point away from their potential match point, while Black Knights are trying to retaliate back. All right, thank you. Let's go. Let's get this started. Let's get this rolling. We are looking good. I'm just gonna have to. Yes, this is way better. So we see. Oh, there's so many elite skins coming. Elite skins coming out on my screen, and on yours too. There's we'll go with a stand-up setup. They've been picking Buck, so have been Black Knights on this map. Buck is really so important for establishing that vertical gameplay. Viper will be on that Buck, and we will also see the IQ just in case there's any Valk coming out. We've got the sledge, yes, for the soft destruction on the EX7. Will be playing that sledge. Coming back to the defensive side of a Black Knights, who are showing a lot of dominance. The first round that they had in their favor was while they were attacking, and that was all thanks to Aniket, I would say. The second one, we saw that before the stream closed itself down. Sorry for that, guys. A little power surge over here. Not really sure if the odds are in our favor to make this happen successfully today. Nevertheless, we are going to resume and see if the round 9 goes into the favor of Black Knights, or Mercenaries are going to proceed to match point. With that being said, while we are still into the starting phase of the round, I would like to ask the chat, guys, would you want me to restream the second map, as in start a new stream again with a different title, and you know, maybe assemble our boys again with a few settings I've made of my own and make sure everything is alright? Or would you like me to just continue after this? Let me know if it's okay, because I would actually prefer, if I can, I'm given that liberty to open up one more stream after this map is concluded. And speaking of map conclusion, we will come back to the fact that Ghosty is going to take out Sparko, and that's a lovely headshot from the top, I would say. Yes, that was such a nutty play coming out from Black Knights, and that will take down the captain of Mercenaries. And that's their 2 hits down so early into the round. We are about to hit the 1 minute 30 mark with the Buck. Still trying to make sure he takes out the right roamers, making sure that they pinch the right people. And would you look at that, Dutch Price takes out EX7, hiding near the pool table, and Abhi is just going to refrag onto Dutch Price, and that's the smoke dead. It's a 3 versus 4. Black Knights are reigning right now with 1 man to their advantage, and as I speak about it, they're going to take 1, and immediate refrag will come out onto the B. And that's 3 versus 2. Not looking good for Mercenaries, as they're solo on health with Black Knights on full HP. They're just going to relocate themselves, making sure that if they're going to have to go for a plant, they will need a good relocation. They'll need good spots that they need to watch out for a post diffuse. The Echo is still in play, and so will the Echo drones be, but so is the IQ. So it's pretty textbook over here. IQ is not going to go for the plant. The Buck will, but the Buck's gonna die in the near the Lambo door reception, and that's Cyber Gear taking the head off of Viper. And the IQ will spot the head and will punish Jittery for being oh so unnecessarily aggressive. to try and get that kill over there. And Echo does spot the back of IQ, tries to spray but does not land enough shots to take the life off of it. And it won't matter because Cyber Gear is just gonna get her anyway from the rotation hole they've made earlier. Alright, so alright, I'm gonna continue. Alright, fine. That if you guys want me to continue, I will. I don't mind because there's like this little I would say a little uncomfortability on my end because I don't have the audio right now for what you guys do, so I cannot hear any in-game sound, and it's a little uncomfortable casting like that, but it's totally okay if you guys are comfortable in me continuing the stream like this while we proceed on to the second map. We will do that totally. So like we said, Black Knights have come back, are making the retaliation on their defensive rounds. They're making sure that they don't leave any stone unturned, making sure that they come out with all the strategies they have in their pocket, or they're actually coming out with really high IQ gunfights. They're not picking unnecessary gunfights. They're making sure that if this is the attack that they're going to establish, this is how we're going to counter it, and that is always working in their favor. Although yes, I would agree they're getting a little over aggressive at times while it's not necessary and stuff like that, but nevertheless a win's a win, and that is all that matters. We have seen Mercenaries standing on that number 5 for so long that Black Knights have retaliated onto 4 on theirs. So it's a 5-4 round 10, one potential round away for Mercenaries onto match point, and one potential round away for Black Knights on equalizing and making it even tougher for Mercenaries than it already is. So EX7 running out for his teammates, making sure there's no aggressive peaks just in case there are any from those billiards, and they will slowly establish control onto the top floor and around the map. Lovely echo camps coming up. I would say they're rather default camps. There's nothing new we're going to learn from them, but they are still pretty helpful. I mean, not only you can deny the plant, your primary focus should also be on how you're relaying information to your teammates, and that is all that matters. Sparko is just going to stall out people outside of hookah. He's going to make sure there's no unnecessary peaks, and if there are any, he's going to punish them. I'm still surprised that there's nobody holding the skylight just in case anybody is trying to rotate back from that hallway, or maybe from the pressure that Abhi puts in of the right view from VIP. So great cam work from Shaiko, thank you. We just got a really good overlay on how this attack is set up, on how the defense is set up also. So with that being said, Dutch Fries is going to take up the captain of Mercenaries, and that's one down, and that's a Thatcher. That will not be a really devastating kill, I would say, but yes, if you're going for a really late plant, that is not something you would want yourself to happen, because that's your Thatcher down. There's no clearance of those Legion mines coming out. Nevertheless, we will see EX7 push onto the aquarium already. He's also close to the bomb site with Cyber Gear and Smoke of Aniket ready, and would you look at that, he just misses that. Will take out a little bit of health of Sledge, but it won't matter. Beat is going to take out Dutch Fries, and that's one more down. That's the Legion, so no more mines coming out. It's a 4 versus 4. We are proceeding on to the 30-minute mark. Viper takes out Ghosty, and that's a 4 versus 2 now. The defense is crumbling on this attack of Mercenaries, and Mercenaries are not leaving any stone unturned. Yeah, they're not letting them have this one. Both defenders offside. The attackers know this. The attackers can hear the defense coming up from the blue stairs with the barbed wire making oh so much noise. EX7 is going to take out the smoke, and the Pulse is going to try and engage with the fight, and the Blackbeard it won't matter because Beat is going to take him out, and that will put Mercenaries onto match point if I'm not mistaken. The last VOs took some time because what happened was one our players disconnected, and when they reconnected, it was a fault on our side. Quite frankly, we didn't get the settings right, so we had to rehost again, and then again there was a disconnection problem. So, and while all that was happening, we also had a power surge in our area. So it's just, lovely, it's like the whole world trying to make sure that we don't get a good stream done tonight. Nevertheless, here we are trying to get we are trying to do everything we can to make sure this goes smoothly. I hope you guys are getting a really good smooth 60 fps and a 1080 resolution on your devices, because we spent a lot of time figuring out how we are going to get multiple PCs hosting, rehosting, and making sure that the server hosts are fine and stuff like that. Nevertheless, you guys don't need to know this. Why am I talking to you guys about this? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's come back to this map 1. We're still on map 1, yes, and we are looking at a really good fight going on. 6-4. Mercenaries was also dominant last round. They are not letting Black Knights retaliate anymore from the looks of it. But will Black Knights give them a head-on-head fight or not? We'll only find out this round. This round, if Mercenaries on the attack, if they win this, we proceed on to match 2, and that will be, I'm not sure what that will be. I'm sorry. My information feed is also not on my screen right now. So, nevertheless, I'm just gonna take out my notes and make sure I have enough from Shaiko relaying information back to me. Yes, with that being said, we will proceed on to a potential last round. Will it be a potential last round, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Is Mercenaries going to take it from the looks of it? Or you think Black Knights is going to still wait up? Well, nevertheless, we'll find out in 2 minutes or maybe less. So, standard push coming out, what you will want for kitchen. And would you look at that, Jittery? What are you doing? You don't go on your Echo drone like that, not at least when you don't have information relaying from above that they have the top control. That is how important the vertical gameplay on this game is, and that is what we love about it the most. The tactical gameplay that we can exhibit. So, that being said, that's the plant denial, and that's the only immediate plant denial down. I mean, yes, Legion does help, but that is not going to help in the long run, I would say. So, it's 4 versus 5, and a rather devastating 4 versus 5 for Black Knights. We still see Sledge coming out, making sure there's enough holes, there's enough holes to maybe not get enough kills, but at least scare the defenders off into places that they're not supposed to be. So when they relocate, when they want to go for the plant, they will get their kills easily. I really like how they put the top hatch, but they haven't really got any information upstairs that they've got top control. I mean, you reinforce the top hatch, that is really good because you don't want any rotations coming out once the vertical gameplay is established. But that Echo kill was not supposed to happen, not at this point of gameplay. So, that being said, Sparko is going to take out Cyber Gear, and that's the Dogtown who was playing near the service entrance. And like I said, you don't really need to get the kills down while you're establishing vertical gameplay. You just need to make sure they are not in a position they need to be while your teammates take them off. And the plant is going to go down while we're looking at a 4 versus 2. As we speak about it, Beat takes on Dutch Price, and it's still a 4 versus 2. Nevertheless, Witcher is going to get over aggressive. He's not going to find anything. Avim and Sparko will find 2 instead and put the first map in their account. That's Mercenaries for you guys. That's the first map down, and we will proceed to map 2. Oh yes, thick IQ in the chat, right guys? That was a lovely match we just saw. There was a potential retake we were seeing from Black Knights, but that just could not convert. Nevertheless, let's see what happens in the map 2 of this lovely match that we are going to see. I'm not going to put any music, guys, because there's really complicated stuff on mine. I'm just going to put up the... Wait, I can't put that up either. Okay, I guess he's just gonna have to watch the screen while Shaka is gonna change his this thing name. Yes. I cannot access my OBS anymore. We are beginning immediately, Shaiko, is that? We will begin immediately, and yes, we will. Second map, we proceed on to Consulate. Can you guys give me 1 second? I'll just hydrate myself. My throat's gone dry from speaking so much and trying to get the wires right. So I'll be back, guys. Meanwhile, we'll proceed on to the ban phase. Alright, and we are back. Like Shot just pointed it out, we do not have glass and Blackbeard banned on this site of Consulate, and that is really going to give us very new gameplays that we're going to see. It's either going to be total devastation or really something else that the defense has to offer of Black Knights, because you don't ban a glass, you don't ban a Blackbeard. I'm really not sure if you're... Are you not afraid to play this map with them unbanned, guys? Come on. We've got so much of this going on. Let's go, let's go. We've got so many Black Knight supporters in the chat, man. Come on, nice. Mercenaries will choke this map, pretty obvious. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we're looking at a little bit different approach to what we usually see from these teams coming out. We have the Valk still in play, while the IQ is also going to be there. So it's not really going to matter maybe in the long run, but it's a Veeam on the IQ. Will he like pick an aggressive fight and lose it early into the round or what? We're not really sure. So yeah, coming on, the Buck's gonna establish control, or rather just make sure he's going to prepare for his push over to Visa, as we are looking at a garage hold coming out. And would you look at that, Vipers are actually already in onto the piano room, and he's just going to wait and make sure there are no rotations, no ugly runouts coming out from yellow, while the Valk camps are still into play. Sabager gets his health taken off until a really good extent, while the Spark on the Buck knows the right spots to make sure that the breach happens, to make sure there is nobody playing behind that white man. And he will try to take out the Valk onto the pipes over there, but that won't turn out in his favor, not at least for the moment. EX7 takes out Cyber Gear, and that's their Valk down. And would you look at that? Aniket with the unexpected flank will get shotgun by the buck of Sparko, and that was really not so pleasing to look at. He flew back onto the yellow stairs, and that was really so funny. Oh my god. So there's not the Legion on to play, no more farming those mines, no more late plant irritations coming out for the attack team. It's a 4 versus 3, not looking so good for Black Knights, but there's still one Jaeger out onto the flank looking for any potential kills onto that circular table down onto the main lobby. That being said, we still have the Echo, we still can look at a late plan denial, and Jittery is going to take out Sparko and will take out EX7 as well, equalizing on a 2 versus 2. We still have a Doc in play, and Doc is going to take out Ghosty. This looks so good for Black Knight. One more kill and they have this round in their favor, and they know where the last person is. The marks coming out because of those cams. Jittery is going to get healed up. They know the diffuser is outside, and so does Capita. He's going to have to relocate himself back, but that won't matter because Jittery is going to take out the Capita of Viper, and the first round goes into the favor of Black Knights, and that was also a lovely round for them. So I think this reminds me so much of the match where we you just have to be so spontaneous that the other team cannot find time to react to it. You just need to, because at this point we know that the players' gunfights are really A1. I mean, everybody who's playing are really good with the gunfights. So yes, if you're winning those gunfights and making sure that you catch them off guard, you will. And like that Legion flank from Aniket, yes, he did get taken down. That refrag was immediate, but at least it wasn't like what we saw on Coastline, while Black Knights was getting dominated on their defense. Or rather not, they actually were pretty good, but in the end, nevertheless, it worked out in their favor, and that is all that matters. So we will proceed on to round 2, and the defense is going to go upstairs onto the console office for their defense with a lineup. We still have a pretty standard lineup on their defense. There's nothing really new. We've got 2 ACOGs, 1 Valve for relaying information. ADSs, we can't miss out ADSs. I mean, you'll get your will get naded all the way through on this map. This is really a tricky map here without ADSs. And yes, the Legion for making sure you irritate the attackers while they're pushing. So yes, pretty standard lineup. I don't see why they need to change it, and neither do they, because they have been winning on it. While we will see Mercenaries pick out a Capita this time instead to try and make sure that they go for a plant despite the ADSs. Because I don't need to iterate it again in the chat. The Capita's fireballs and the smoke bolts are not stopped by the ADSs, so you can always use that as an advantage. Plus, with the new update coming up, those fireballs are going to do a whole lot more damage than what they do now. So Capita is a good choice, and if you don't know how to play that operator, you might as well start learning him now, because he's going to get overpowered in the coming update. So keep that in mind, chat. And with that being said, we will see standard Claymore placings coming out from the attacking team, just to make sure if there are any potential runouts that the Valk camps would make happen. But that won't be the case right now, because Black Knights needs to make sure that they get this round in their favor, because if they lose this, they lose the finals. Will we proceed on to a decider? I think it's too early to ask this question, but Echo is actually going to get down, and Buck knows that. He's not going to waste his second nade on that. He's just going to wait it out. Ghosty, if he gets this right, and he won't, because Sparko is going to take the Echo out, in fact, and he's going to stay inside the bathroom waiting. And while we speak about it, Viper takes down Ghosty and Beats takes down Aniket, and we only have one person left, and that won't matter. Oh my god, Mercenaries, are you kidding me? I did not have time to understand what just happened, so I could cast it out. Oh my god. we just saw a total domination round from Mercenaries. Yes, maybe Black Knights need to win this map so bad to make sure they win this tournament, but Mercenaries are in no mood to let this one go for a third map.
Activated.
And with that being said, we will see another round of top row defense coming out, and this time we have a Vigil instead of a dog from Ghosty, and not really sure if this is going to work out in their favor, how a Vigil is going to give them a better avenue instead of a dog, because at least with the dog you've got the ACOG to your disposal. Yes, I get it, you're not as fast as Vigil, but you still can heal your teammates, and that matters a lot. Even 1 point of your HP matters a lot at this level of gameplay. But not really sure what they have in mind with the Vigil. Do they want to go over aggressive? Do they want to play passive aggressive and just wait for the right calls with those impacts to your disposal that the dog doesn't offer? So with that being said, we'll still see a classic lineup from Mercenaries also. Nothing new over here, just random pre-fires coming in. We are actually going to see Aniket try and hold on the yellow with so many ADSs to his disposal. There's 4 ADSs to his disposal. That won't matter. As I speak about it, this is getting oh so ironic. I was just saying he's got 4 ADSs, I mean 4 charges of ADSs rather, 2 of them. That's 4 charges. That won't matter. Dutch Price just pre-fires onto the skylight and takes that head of Sparko. That's one down in fact for Mercenaries, equalizing on 4-4. That nade was also well thrown despite the 1 more ADS being placed there. And with that being said, Viper takes down the Ghosty, and that's their Vigil down. So I don't think he's going to do any more damage than we thought he would. So 4 versus 3, not looking good for Black Knights. They've got really good, or rather really dependent operators out. We still have Val and we still have Echo into play. Not really sure if plant denial is going to be a priority at this point, because Mercenaries was so dominating last round that they just relied on their fragging power. So yes, there's 3 people rappelling that window right now, making sure, and there you go, the plant's coming down, and it will from the beat of Hibana, and Viper's gonna take out Dutch Prize. It's a 4 versus 2. Echo is gonna go and make sure that he stops the plant. It's 4 versus 1. The Echo left alone, takes out 1. Will he able to take out 1? No, he won't, because Viper takes the head of jittery off. And oh my god, I'm stuttering so much. Can you guys give me a second? I'll just go drink some water, I guess. This is a really lovely match. The Mercenaries are actually dominating so much. They are just waiting and picking up fights that they need to. While Black Knights are peeking angles, I don't think they need to. So yes, that is all the difference that is we are able to see right now. The gang getting also aggressive in spontaneous places. I think Mercenaries read into that. They knew that they're trying to be spontaneous. They're trying to, you know, catch us off guard. So we might as well show them how that gameplay works. Black Knights, we've got so many supporters of yours in chat. Come on, Black Knights, retaliate. We want to see you give a tough fight in this map at least.
Time for some serious protection. Barbed wire installed. Deploying a fence.
With that being said, we will proceed on to round 4 of Mercenaries and Black Knights, where we will see the lobby defense coming out.
Razor wire deployed.
from them, and this time we won't be seeing a Valk, we will be seeing a Rook instead. So would you look at that, guys? I think Black Knights are going to depend on their fragging power this time. They've got 3 ACOGs to their disposal. I think Jaeger at this point is just, you know, mandatory op. I mean, you cannot just go on without ADS. It's going to be really very devastating if you don't have an ADS to your disposal. So Jaeger becomes a must pick, while Legion, Echo, still not, maybe not really nice. EX7 is going to take the head off. That's fresh from that lovely angle we just saw. The console balcony, as I like to call it. That being said, one deficit for Black Knights already, and we have not even hit the 2-minute mark. Beat is going to make spot the Rook into the toilets of the console office, and is going to keep droning, in fact, relaying information to what his teammates are trying to push or maybe not pinch. So I think that is what all that matters. You need to take intelligent fights, not just any fight you see. You've got roamers going on, you've got to wait it out, you've got to make sure you pinch them correctly, and look at that. As I speak about it, they pinch him just about right, and Rook loses his life to the Hibana of Sparko. We're looking at a 2-man deficit. Mercenaries looking really good on this position. We're slowly approaching the 1-minute mark, while 2 defenders are actually offside. One's placed on Spiral, who could maybe catch one off, and Cybergear is actually going to wait up in the copy room while he is just patiently waiting, making sure that he doesn't get spot, and making sure that he's crossing that hallway. Their head
Ready for breach. Breach.
It's really good establishment coming up from here. I would say the Jaeger and Doc are in a very complimenting position, even if one cannot take it off as well. But that is just unnecessary over aggressive peak, and that will cost in the life of the Jaeger. He's down as of now, and I don't think there's any way of picking up from that. And as I speak about it, Sparko takes him off. The Doc is still going to stay here. Ghosty on the Doc is still going to wait it out. And he takes out one. Will he take out the second one? No, he won't. Sparko rips his bearing line off, and so does his head. It's a 3 versus 1 with the captain down upstairs. Let's see how Jittery works with his Echo, with his ACOG, and dominant attackers of Mercenaries. The plan's going down on beat. The Termite doesn't notice and gets it. Sorry, the Hibana doesn't notice and gets punished instead for that. And Jittery is going to take out one more, but he cannot take the last one, and that will be a beat, shutting down Jittery for winning the round in their favor. And that's 3-1, and Black Knights don't seem to find any avenue where they can fight against Mercenaries back. There we go. I actually see finally a bandit coming out from the Ghosty of Z-Rush. Okay, yes, it's pretty obvious they're going for garage. They need a bandit, but the MP7, I'm sorry, MP7 of bandit is just oh so devastating, especially on people with that gun is a machine. I mean, you start getting kills from that, you don't stop. Personally, that's a really personal reinforcing the gun. Yes, the GSG9 Pros are the best. Yes, they do. Which is why we'll be seeing both of them into play here. The Dutch fries on the Jaeger and Ghosty of Black Knights onto the Bandit. We've still got 2 information ops running. We've got the Vigil. The Vigil, I'm not really sure why he was playing objective while they tried to, you know, pull something out of their pocket in that console office site. But nevertheless, this time maybe he'll prove out to be more potent in the gameplay he's trying to exhibit, because the objective is basement. Ghosty's just waiting for the calls, waiting for the right calls out on the console window, the console double window as I'd like to call it, just in case there is any hard breacher that he could get off earlier. See good placements coming out, while Jittery is actually going to make a really artistic Morse code peak hole, I would say. Because no, I get it. You're trying to distract your attacker.
Time to make a new
It's all about the mind games in this game, and that's really the best part about it. But that looks like Braille. that is just way too many peak holes that you're mealing. So yes, with that being said, we'll still see drone work coming out. They're still making sure there's rotations from white, while IQ of abhi holds this and waits for potential roamers to come back to try and rotate back to the side. Ghosty, Dutch Fries, and the Valk, and in fact the Vigil also are going to roam. Wait, we've got 4 roamers? Okay, alright, Black Knights. Let me see what this is. You've got 4 roamers offside and you've only got your Jittery on side. That poor guy is... You don't tell me that this is how the round is going to go, that the pinpoint the roamers out and Jittery is left alone again in the clutch situation. He just doesn't deserve it. And as I speak about it, oh no, I am so wrong. Black Knights pick out 2 kills. That's 2 down for Mercenaries, and the roam is actually working in their favor. Jittery, you are not going to die alone, or I'm sorry, you're not going to be left alone in the clutch situation like the last time. And Hibana's just going to make a run for it. It won't matter. Oh my god, would you look at that flick coming out from Sparko? Takes one off. Abhi is going to take out one more, and that's Anikate down. Cybergay is going to take out Sparko again. Beat, meanwhile, is going to go for the plant. It's a 2 versus 3 with no side retake from Black Knights, while the attackers have the diffuser down and really good positions. The yellow stairs are just going to, he's just going to stay there, making sure if there's any stray roamers coming out in the end, he's just going to pick them off. And Dutch Fries is actually going to jump outside, try and distract while the rest of the defenders to go outside. Beat is actually going to play behind the van and take out one. They can take out 2, he does take out 2 and will take out one more. And that was such a frenzy of kills coming out one by one, not knowing what to do, not knowing what's happening, and will put down one more round in hand for Mercenaries. So there we go, 4-1. We are getting oh so close to match point, guys. Is this it? Will this be the end of Black Knights for this tournament? We'll find out in a few rounds, I suppose, or maybe not, or maybe not. Maybe Black Knights will try and retaliate like they did last time. We do not see Black Knights come out in their really good momentum until the end of it, but will they really try and go for it? And would you look at that, Bandit actually gets 6 picked back onto Alibi, and if I'm not mistaken, that was Ghosty on it. And yes, that was Ghosty on it.
Active. Razor wire is deployed. AD is active in this sector.
Alright, we will go back, proceeding onto the top floor defense once again, and that is just what maybe the defense needs right now, because maybe not what they need right now, because they haven't been able to win on this. They are just picking fights that they don't need to, quite frankly. They've got 3 people rappelled on the double windows. You've got Vigil to your disposal. You just need to
up and running.
You need to relay better information on how you are trying to coordinate your defense and your strategy to the best you can use. Maybe this time they'll offer a better avenue with the Alibi in play. Maybe those prismas will come into favor, into pinpointing locations of the attackers while they are trying to go for a hasty plan. We'll see Cybergear of Black Knights holding on the white stairs, yellow stairs rather, with 2 ADSs to his disposal, making sure that this time they place correctly at least, because last time they did burn out one pair of the ADS, one set of it, but they could not get the other, and that ended in a very bad demise of Aniket, if I'm not mistaken. And Jittery is going to take out one, and that's beat, and that's the thermite. Nevertheless, it won't matter on what the thermite is trying to make a push over here. Maybe on yellow, yes, you did enter a little bit, but they still have the Hibana to their disposal. So, nevertheless, it's still kill's a kill, and it's pretty decent. So that will put Mercenaries on a one-man deficit, while Rush or Black Knights is trying to proceed on to the shooting. Viper's going to take out one. Jittery takes out EX7, and that's the Thatcher down too. So the dynamic duo is actually going to be taken out pretty early into the round. It's 1 minute 30 mark that we're approaching now, and it's a 3 versus 3 as of now. But yes, maybe the Echo will go for a revive. No, he won't. It's a 3 versus 3. And yes, Ironclad coming out from Fox here, you can say that. And we are actually looking at the textbook plant, and this is all we wanted to see. This is what I was talking at the start of this round. You just gotta wait it out. You know that there's so many people rappelling on that double window. Val converts on it, takes the head off of Avim on that IQ. He's gonna pre-place a C4, wait just in case there is a potential gun coming up. And would you look at that, it's a 1 versus 1. Oh, so fast. Oh my god, I just don't know what happened, leave alone me casting it. So yes, there's no commentary coming out on that, guys. It's a 1v1. Viper is left alone along with Cyber Gear of Jaeger. It's 30-second mark. We are slowly approaching it while he is going to rappel the double window that is barricaded. His presence will be felt the moment he tries to shoot it, the moment he tries to melee it, and yes, it will be. The information just got relayed onto Cyber Gear. Cyber Gear knows where he's playing, and he will lose a little bit of his health on that Legion mine. That is also irritating at times like this. 15-second mark going down, and he's going to use his asphyxiating bolts to try and stop him. 6-second mark, it won't matter because Cyber Gear is going to take out Viper in that lovely gunfight and secure the round for Black Knights. So yes, I think Black Knights did pull up something out of their hat this time. Yes, they did, and that just turned in their favor oh so beautifully. So well played, Black Knights, I guess. Let's see if more rounds like these come out from you. The first map, Mercenaries took it. Yes, they did. 7-4.
Jammer ready.
Alright, we will see a defense
Yes, line of fire.
of... If I'm not mistaken, we just... Let me just compose myself here, guys. Let's go. We are going to see a role swap where Mercenaries are now going to play on the defensive side while Black Knights proceed onto the attack. And the first side that we'll see coming out from this team is going to be Garage, Cafeteria Hold. They've got a really good setup going on. From the looks of it, I think they're going to hold the top floor, that is kitchen, I'm sorry, the bathroom area rather, and the piano room. So we still have the Valk in play, there's camps, there's no IQ on Black Knights though, so that might turn out to be devastating maybe if they want to go for late plans, because there's also an Echo in play. Yes, one can argue they've got the Thatcher, but that's not going to matter in the long run because there is always constant information being relayed back from those Valk camps if you don't take them off on time. Nevertheless, let's see if the defensive part of Mercenaries comes into play. And when you look at that, Viper just escapes that nade from the sledge of Aniket, and Sledge is just going to rappel, wait for his teammate to relay information before the Valk is trying to play. Classic pre-fast coming in, there's no ADSs here. So maybe he can get this kill, but he won't. Neither will that do a lot of damage of the Valk. Valk's just going to go back to piano. She's just going to chill out. She's like, no man, I don't really want to die here. Might as well waste their time. So that is pretty much the mentality of a successful roamer, and that is how it should be. And would you look at that, 200 IQ plays coming out from Viper. You don't just rappel in a window, you were just contesting like that. That is too soft. Not while a senior operator is below you. Aniket, I think he's gonna take notes from that. He's gonna remember this one. He's not gonna take that fight again and push it a similar way. And Bandit is gonna do a lovely Bandit trick and push back instead, just in case there is any piano control that will take his life off. So that was a really lovely Bandit trick coming out from Sparko, and yes, the XM will take out Dutch Price too, and it's a 5 versus 3 round to be good for Black Knights at this moment. It's a massacre, in fact, because it's already a 4 to 2, and if they win one more, they stand 1 round away from a potential match point. 50-second mark. The attack doesn't really look so good, and the positioning is still trying to shake off the defenders who are playing above, and Ash will notice the head of the beat and will take him off. It's a 4 versus 3 remaining. 3 attackers, 30-second mark. Will we see a potential win? But we won't. Ghosty takes out Viper, and Sparko is going to take out Cyber here.
Knife front
He's going to refract pretty decent, and would you look at that? Sparko, are you kidding me? This man is on a killing spree. Sparko takes out Jittery. It's a 1 versus 3. Black Knights approaching the 15-second mark, while Avim is just going to go and make sure he gets a late flank from that yellow stairs. Ash is just going to wait it out. She knows there's somebody coming. She knows she's hearing him out, but he's going to rotate back and in fact get the kill on Ghosty instead. Ghosty, you know there's a person who just went past you, and yes, Avim just wins those kind of fights. He does. One more round in the favor of Mercenaries, and we are seeing total domination. 5 to 2, 1 round away from a potential match point. Right, we will see Mercenaries go onto the top row defense after they had a really successful barrage hold, and that was really beautiful to look at. Really good plays coming out from both the teams. Nevertheless, it did not work out in the favor of Black Knights is another case. But yes, we saw a really good play coming out from both teams. And would you look at that, the Mercenaries actually going for the top row defense with a slight change to what we saw Black Knights do. They've got the Jaeger, they've got the Illusion, they've got the Echo, they've got the Valk. This is all fine. But they are going to bring out the castle to make sure there is the avenues that the defense are going to pick are going to be theirs. And like I've already said it, I've said it like 100 times, I'll say it again to the chat. Castle is not for stopping the attack. Castle is for channelizing the attack so that you can utilize your defensive strats to your maximum. You're supposed to channelize using Castle to make sure the attack is exactly at the place where you want them to be, so you can punish them for that. I think that is what Castle is supposed to be used for, because I see my man getting hated so much. Castle, he gets a lot of hate that why is he such a useless operator, why is he not using so much. Hopefully this round will be evident of why we will see Castle, and it's not a nobody playing Castle, we'll see Sparko playing Castle, so maybe we'll see something interesting come out or not. Let's just find out. And Ghosty actually gets a little bit of his health taken out. Did he just engage in a fight? I'm not really sure, guys. Did not notice that. And that is the only operator that is lacking a little bit of his HP. And see, guys, that is why you reinforce that wall, and you do, because there's a direct angle you can make from the copy room onto the bomb side, and you would not want that. That being said, Ash is actually just going to vault in, and rather rappel in, and they're going to establish a full admin control with the Dutch fries, making sure there's no residents coming out, while the Thatcher and the Ash and the Capital also make their way to the proper admin push. And with that being said, Sparko takes out one, and that's the IQ of Jittery. Didn't know that there's a player playing off onto the spiral stage. He's just going to rotate back onto Visa probably. Avim's going to take out Aniket as well. One more down. It's not going to matter because this is a really uncomfortable goal that is brought out to. That's kills go. Cyber takes out EX7. Beat's going to take out Dutch Prize. Avim takes out Cyber Garen, leaving us in a 1 versus 4 where Black Knights doesn't look like it that they're going to get this round. Nevertheless, we've got a lot of support for Ghosty in the chat, guys. Let's go. 30 seconds. Can he clutch this out? It's a 1 versus 4. Avim is solo on health. It won't matter because Sparko is going to take him out, and that will put Mercenaries onto match point. Here we go, guys. We have another dominating map from Mercenaries. We are already onto match point, and it is what, like 7:15. We started this match around 5:15. I would say it's been 2 hours, 2 maps with multiple rehost problems, and we are already onto second match point in the favor of Mercenaries. There we go. With that being said, we will proceed on to the 9th round, if I'm not mistaken, of the map 2 of the ESL Community Cup Finals. Will this be a potential last round that we will see Mercenaries take home one more title to their favor of the ESL Community Cup? And are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Is that an archive Visa hold that we're going to see come out from Mercenaries? And that is really ballsy to do. I mean, I wouldn't do that if I know I'm facing Black Knights, but again, I'm not Mercenaries, right? So yes, we will see a server room and archives come out from the defense, and they are just probably challenging, or they just want to find something out to their they want to experiment maybe, you know, because they are already on such a round advantage that they are allowed to experiment like this. And yes, maybe Zirash or Black Knights rather might not be reading into this one, and Cybergate is going to push in with his blitz also into the spiral